Hi Aquarius, here is a general look at your solar chart for the whole of 2014, and because of space I can't go into a lot of details, just to give you a kind of eagle-eye view of the bigger picture, I suppose. And we are going to be having two solar eclipses in 2014, both of which will quite strongly impact your sun sign, not in a negative way or even in a positive way. It'll kind of be up to you how that pans out. So the first one is April the 29th in Taurus, which is at the root of your chart, so that'll be about your roots, your foundation, your place on the map, family. And then the one on October the 23rd at the top of your chart, which will be to do with career and general sort of targets that you got and life direction. There's also going to be 3 Mercury retrograde periods, and the first one happens in your birthday month, February the 6th, but I'll come back to that one when I do the stars for February. Really the big news this year is how the ongoing Uranus-Pluto aspect is going to be strongly triggered by 2 other planets, Mars and Jupiter, forming a grand square in the sky. This is a cardinal grand square, and it's meaning it's happening in the cardinal signs. So just on your sun sign, that wouldn't affect you too strongly, but with other planets that may be, or ascendant or midheaven that may be in cardinal signs, then you're likely to feel that there. But this is really going to perhaps cause the energy of Uranus-Pluto to make itself more obvious across the world. Already since 2011, this spirit of rebellion and revolution and sometimes some of the deeper, darker stuff that we don't want to know about coming up to the surface has been on our news. This has been affecting, politics, the banking sector, education, belief systems, transport, medicine, just green issues to do with the planet. I mean, so many things are being affected and will continue to be affected until a little way after the final aspect in the summer of 2015. So really that's going to roll on into 2016 when the window finally closes. So this cardinal grand cross happening for us in late March, April, May time is probably going to be quite a lot going on at certain places. And this indeed configuration is going to trigger yet another moment of choice in the mass consciousness as we shift out of the Piscean and into the Aquarian age. It's never really what happens, it's how we respond to what happens. So this will be quite a strong catalyst time, and it could even be affecting the weather, as it has been the last time they were very close together in November, which is just past. There was a lot going on there with this with this energy underpinning, weather events, and also things going on particularly with the established systems being questioned and being battled against in our world. Now, other news is that Venus and Mars are going to be in long transit. So I'll just mention those. Venus is going to be in Capricorn, the sign before yours, up until March the 6th, 2014. Came into that sector there on November the 5th, 2013. Meaning that your feelings you may be keeping your feelings under wraps for some reason. There may be more going on within you than you're ready to admit to others. You are quite good at separating your mind from your feelings and putting your focus into the external world or onto a worthy cause, or maybe kind of into friendships and social life and so on. But your intellect is your dominant function, you see, and being an air sign, and so you may reason that the way a certain relationship is going is all for the best, or just fated, or has to be this way or that way for somebody else's best interests or whatever, but it's kind of bugging you a bit. And also this Venus transit here amounts to a time when you don't feel as though you can reach out freely in a sociable kind of a way. Of course, you know, that will keep ticking over, but almost I want to say your heart won't fully be in it. So it'll be after that transit is finished that you really feel clear and warm towards others and really want to step out there and get back in the swim again, as it were. It's a wonderful time, though, with Venus in this long transit here, to escape to a beautiful place which is just for you, you know, and immerse yourself in an environment which is maybe uplifting, and you can feel very much in harmony with, and that might be something that's indoors, outdoors, that might be to do with the arts, spirituality, flights of the imagination, whatever, meditation. Now, Mars entered Libra on December the 8th and will stay there until July 25th, 2014. That's a very long transit for Mars, putting it in a very positive angle to your sun sign, Aquarius. So a great opportunity over those months it's about communications. It's about learning. It's about actually teaching as well, and putting the word out there on a wider stage. So it's a great opportunity for you to float ideas out there, to test your theories through debate, to very much be interested on others' takes on things, to kind of stress test your beliefs against reality, and you'll be aroused by Mars to defend your opinions robustly, and that's something that your sign does, makes quite an art out of that. But here this will really emphasize that and draw a line under it as you identify more strongly with your ideas at this time. So this might be a time when you really want to speak out. However, we're much more than what we think we believe. So over this long period, you should aim to use the Mars energy to also be open, you know, let go of that fixed standpoint, learn, listen, learn, open your eyes and mind to new concepts and get a broader perspective on a field of interest, or to feel the spirit move within you, and just spread your wings and fly into new territories, fresh experiences which open your eyes to different dimensions, and in whatever way you see that. And maybe you aren't sure just what to get involved in, just how to float your opinions out there more. Of course, the internet is obvious, but there might be other ways. Some of you could be writing the book, you know. This position of Mars activates higher education, legal matters, travel, foreign connections, and any one of those areas could become more emphasized in your life. Jupiter, as the year kicks off, is in Cancer, in your area of health and work, and there will be opportunities to improve things related to those two things. Maybe techniques, maybe more technology and getting your head around that. Maybe it's your health, yours or another. And this is not an indication of bad health at all, but if you've been having a health challenge, then Jupiter here will teach you a lot as you find your way to the place of healing. The indication is that you'll get the chance to learn new methods, to familiarize yourself with another way of looking at this or dealing with this, whatever this is, in work, in health, in employment, daily chores, duties. And as I say, this might be about another in your life. It might not be directly to do with you as far as the health goes. Employers and colleagues and employees even will tend to be more appreciative, teach you a lot. Again, you need the open mind for that, and kind of be more appreciative of your abilities and your contribution, as a matter of fact. So if you are job seeking, and you might be with Saturn in your career area for so long, then this position of Jupiter until mid-July is going to be good news for you. It's likely that through the influence of skilled people or health providers, service providers, even in the alternative sort of complementary area as well for health, it will teach you. Jupiter is the learning through doing planet, so Jupiter's beneficial vibration can underpin your well-being, but you need to learn to take the correct path, which Jupiter will offer up to you. But Jupiter does tend to kind of overwhelm us sometimes with different choices. So it's up to you to see what does and what doesn't work for you, what's real and what's not real, and don't overlook details, of course. Now, Jupiter moves into Leo, your opposite sign, on July the 16th and will be there for a year. Jupiter will be opening a way to growth through close personal and professional relationships, so one-to-one relationships. Because of these kind of interactions, your horizons will tend to broaden and you'll learn much through them. Others will be interested in your take on things, and they will tend to learn through you as well, from your past experiences and also what you're qualified in as also, and partners, colleagues, business contacts, anybody really that you're in a one-to-one interaction with. Will get you thinking more expansively into areas that you're really not used to even going to, and could catapult you out of your familiar mental box. Also through certain close relationships or connections, you could be traveling more, or you could be connecting further out into the world, into foreign lands more. And this is a benevolent, largely benevolent influence of Jupiter, and it's all grist to your mill. And of course, a very good thing about this transit of Jupiter is that it will boost all your relationships, including in the romance department. Jupiter here can really deliver that special someone into your life, and you feel a real kind of, you click and you feel a mental rapport with this person. Some of you could even take the plunge and enter into a marriage or some kind of fuller commitment with another. And all Aquarians are going to feel the vibration of Jupiter either through Cancer or through Leo this coming year. Saturn is, as I say, at the top of your chart, making you have to work harder and take more on your shoulders in the area of career, profession, or indeed if you're on the job market, makes things sort of come together more slowly. You might feel it as though there is quite a lot left to be desired in that area of your life. You feel a lack there. You feel like you're being kept away from where you really want to be and what you really want to be putting out, into the bigger world as far as your goals are concerned. And in the area of career. So you've got to push through more obstacles and hindrances and just be more consistent and keep plugging away until you get to where you would prefer to be. This is the way Saturn works. She'll hold something away from us so that we work harder to get. When there is a lack, then we feel it as a lack, and we can get quite fearful about it as well. Saturn does rule fear. But because we are in that situation, we then realize that we don't want to be like this. And because we realize what we don't want, we then start to reach for what we do want. So she's quite kind of shrewd and sneaky in the way she works. If you're old enough, look back kind of 29, 30 years, and or even 14, 15 years, and you'll see maybe another moment of choice and difficulty with a Saturn transit, not in this particular area if you look back 14, 15 years. But it will still be the Saturn vibration coming at you from the same type of angle. and then you can get a kind of flavour of what it was like then and what happened next. So you'll also know that this is a time when perseverance, good reputation, harder work to climb the ladder of success is necessary in the professional area. Some of you may be even, if you're switching into something else, this is also the area of the harvest, so you can take with you what you've achieved previously into the new dimension that you're going into. In some way it can sort of work like that. And you Aquarians born from February the 3rd onwards, or from 15 degrees rising, are going to feel this energy the most. Uranus, your ruling planet, is going to be working from Aries until 2019 and gradually changing the way you think, even the language or jargon you use. It'll bestow wonderful opportunities for you to open your mind to new concepts, and through daily encounters expand your thinking. Some of you could be getting into very weird and wonderful new areas and studying something like astrology or something in the sciences, or metaphysics, or filamentology. That's a new one on me. Or something on the leading edge in some other way. And you Aquarians born the 27th of January to the 5th of February, or with between 8 to 17 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most. Over 2014, Neptune is in the sign after yours, meaning that you've got to work harder to inhabit your own identity in a more true to yourself sort of way, in a material kind of sense. You want to be appreciative of who you really are, but also you might have to be more compassionate or supportive to others as part of the way you generate income, or in some other way which is related to the material basis of your life. And so you've got to be doubly careful at this time as well with finances or property matters, and avoid being too idealistic when making decisions in the area of basic material security, related to property and other resources. And you Aquarians born the 23rd to the 28th of January with 3 to 8 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most. And not be too idealistic, but just see what can be done in a realistic kind of a way. Pluto is in the sign before yours, regenerating you on deep psychological, emotional levels, letting go of an old way of seeing things. Gradual rebirthing into a new being is in progress. Deep gear shifts within you. Particularly look out for the February period for that one there. And you Aquarians born the 30th of January to the 3rd of February, with between 10 to 14 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most. And that's it for 2014, and I wish you a very happy, fulfilling, interesting, challenging sort of a year, and I'll see you very soon.